Just realized that. Just realized that one. Oh, what? Uh, oh, I muted the wrong thing. Okay. Mm. Mm-mm. Nice. Then, so we just continue then. E- Hold on. Okay, there you go. Welcome to the coding stream. And um, well, I've not been doing this since last 2 weeks. So today we're gonna do something new, which is HTML. And um, HTML programming is basically something. Okay, okay. The kid while I work out. All right. Okay, so HTML is basically a programming language that you use to build websites. Um, to make a very nice website, uh, they'll, it will require a lot of lines and all of that. But as of today, we'll be learning the basics first. So it'll be very it'll be very much different from Java, and because of that, I'll be using quite a lot of screens. I'll do a lot of screen changes, like what you're seeing right now. This is the flashbang screen or the notepad screen. You can actually code using notepad, the normal notepad. um I can't stream the whole window for notepad apparently, but yep. So here goes nothing. uh, Alright, there you go. Oh yeah, I can hear the music as well. Okay, okay. So you see that I have time. Let me just close this screen so the stream is a little bit more smoother. And you see that I've typed hello there. Alright, how to start the HTML. So um, first you gotta type um, this symbol, and you just type in HTML. Now the best thing about HTML is that um, it's not case sensitive. So you type HTML like this, or you type everything in full caps. Um, it won't affect the program or whatnot. So this is it's the same thing like normal program, like wait, how do you call that? The properties are the same. So you have HTML and slash HTML. So this is the closing part. So this is how you close your code. So basically it's the same thing as what you did in normal coding. You have these symbols. If you remember, we have these kind of symbols as the opening and the closing of a code, right? So HTML is different. HTML is just this HTML. Alright. Usually I prefer hold on, let me just look for that for a moment. For that thing for a while. See. There's this one thing that I like to add on to my code every time I start a new code. HTML code, of course. Let me see. Let me just check, making sure that Yep, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, hold on. Yes. Yep. Just checking the spelling. All right. So usually I'll start with this doc type HTML. Alright. Cats. Ooh, cats. So what this does is it recognizes your document as HTML. This thing. I mean, if you don't want to put this, it's fine. It's not compulsory. You can just have only these. But I prefer putting these on. So after that out of the way, we'll get the first one, which is the head. This is the head. Right. Head. Right, there you go. This is how I usually code if I'm on Notepad. I what do you call it? I do spacings. Some people prefer something more program-ish. Let me see. Something like this. Yeah, yep. Something like this. So it looks like the normal thing when you start to program something. When you program something. Okay. Right. So this is the head. Head is basically you know. Yeah, head is basically the head of the document. Right. I'll do this just so that you guys aren't really confused. And after the head, we have the title. We have title. So what title does is that if you open a new browser, all right, let me just open a new browser. I'll be using Microsoft Edge. Okay, there it is. So that's my Microsoft Edge. Uh-oh. My mouse is gone. Okay. Help. Wait, where did my mouse go? Well, I can't find my mouse. Hold on. Where? What? Cursor's gone. Cursor gone. Let me try something else. There it is. There it is. Mouse is back. Mouse is back. There it is. Okay. Good. So so this is Microsoft Edge. I use Microsoft Edge. Yeah. Yeah, cursor went missing. Yeah, I fixed it already. Alright. So you saw the head. Let me come back to the notepad. So you see title, right? So title is basically what's on your tab, and like what you see up here, it says new tab, right? So that's the title. New tab is the title. So if you want to write something else other than the new tab or whatnot, you can well, just say well, the name of the tab is well different. Like maybe maybe I'll name the tab what shall I name the tab? Let me name it as Ruki, for example. Right there, yep. So this is my title. Right. So since this is a notepad, so you go to file, you save as, So when you save as, let me new window capture. Let me just set some gibberish there. Ooh. Okay, there it is. Done. Okay, so you can see, where is it? Okay, so you can see that this is, ooh, wait, what? Okay, it's in here. Hey, right. So this is where I save all my stuff in a folder called HTML on my desktop, right? So you name it something. You rename your text document or your notepad document. I'll name mine is Ryuki. Alright, so now it will save as .txt, the text document, right? If you want to save it as a HTML, in the file name you write whatever your file name is, then you add .html. Just add .html there, save it, and now by right you should have, hold on, let me look for it. Let me look for my file explorer. You should have, yep, you should have a HTML file, oops, in wherever you save your stuff. So you have your HTML file here. Mine's called Microsoft Edge HTML document .html. So as long as it has that .html, it is saved as a .html. Now, if you want to run this document, double click it, like usual. You double click it so you get to your HTML page. Double click it, and let me just go back to Microsoft Edge. There it is. So you can see that on top of the tab, it is called Ryuki. Just like the one that I typed in the title. That's one thing. So that's one thing. And now I want to show you another thing. Like, so you've done that, but you want to edit this HTML file. So what you do is you right click, open with Notepad, and then it will open the Notepad. It will open the Notepad, which is your HTML code, right? So I'm gonna switch back to my Notepad screen now, because that's just the tip of the iceberg. You change your title. Yep. So now let me put this. Let me just make it name it as Yuki's tab. Alright, so now we skip that one. So that's the head. This is the head. Right. Now we proceed to its body. Everything has a head and a body. Well, living things at least. Except for some things. I don't know. I don't know. I don't wanna bother about that yet. So this is the body. The body is basically whatever it is inside the website. So if we come back to Microsoft Edge, you see a white blank canvas, right? So that is the body. Everything is placed in there. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna just leave the new tab there. Right. So let's start with let's start with heading. Let's start with the headings first. Right. So heading. There are 6 type of headings. So headings is basically your, well, the headings, you know, your big, like those big titles like that. So in HTML you have headings from 1 to 6. Is that even the right word? Yeah, around, yeah, there, around there, right? So let's say heading, right? So this is the first heading. As usual, closing. Every closing has a slash. Yeah. Right. Just till 6. Copy all that till 6. Alright, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right. Heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and heading 6. Oops. Heading 6. Okay. There. So you have your headings. Yep. This is your first heading, second heading, the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Now, if you think that like, oh, how about I make my own heading, which is heading 7? Well, we'll see what happens for heading 7, right? We'll see what's gonna happen if we try to heading 7, right? But I can tell you that heading 1 is the largest and heading 6 is the smallest heading, right? So you've done all this. Just now you already save as, right? Save as your file as .html, right? So now you come to your file on the top left corner. That's the same thing as how you save as your stuff just now. So for this one, you just press save, right? So you saved it. So now you come back to your Microsoft Edge. Wait, not everyone uses Microsoft Edge. You just come back to whatever browser you're using, right? I'll come back to Microsoft Edge instead, and there's nothing here because it's not updated. If you click on refresh, there you go. Now it's updated. So you can see the first heading is the biggest, second, then goes to second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. The 7th heading, there is, because there is no 7 heading, 7 and above heading, it will reveal itself as normal text. So there is no heading here. It will just reveal itself as a normal text, right? It's that simple, really. This thing. So let's go back to our notepad again. Well, it actually looks simple. It actually looks simple when you do it. It's okay. It's okay. It's doable. Just try and do it yourself. Kinda. So let's move on. We'll delete H7. H7. So we know the headings. Now we go for paragraph, which is P. P/P. There you go. Actually, paragraph. So you just type anything you want here. I'm a paragraph. I'm a paragraph. Okay, so you put there I'm a paragraph, and then the bottom, maybe you want to try put this is the second line. Okay, There you go. So this is a paragraph. You type anything you want in here. Literally, you can just type anything you want in here. You can even write gibberish in there. I don't know. Okay, to the end of the line. Alright. Now we save this and come back to Microsoft Edge. I mean, come back to your browser. I need to get used to saying come back to your browser and refresh it. But as you can see, it is written there, I'm a paragraph, and then lots of gibberish. But then, the one where you write on the second line, it shows on the first line. That's because this HTML, this paragraph, it doesn't recognize the enter key, right? It does not recognize enter. So to counter this, we come back to our notepad and let me just delete this gibberish so we don't get confused. And let's return all of this to normal first, right? So after the full stop, all you gotta write is BR. This BR. Then this is the second line, and maybe I'll demonstrate another one. This is the third line. What is BR? So BR is break. So it breaks your paragraph, and this will make this sentence to be in the second line, and this one will make this sentence to the third line. So basically it will look something like this. Oops. It will look something like this. Let me just try, and there you go. Something like that. Okay. I'm a paragraph. Break. This is the second line. Break. This is the third line. Alright. Why break? Because if you don't break it, it will stay in the first line the whole way through. So now we save it. Come back to your browser. Okay, there it is, and refresh it, and there you go. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I think you guys can see it, but it's a little bit small. Let me try zoom. Yeah. There you go, better. There you go, that's better, isn't it? Right, so there it is. I'm a paragraph. This is the second line. This is the third line. There you go. There you have it. So that's your paragraph. Basically, we're pretty much done with whatever you want to write in here, in your HTML. Yes. To utilize your headings and all that stuff. All right. Now we try something a little bit different. We try something a little bit more different. I'll keep these things in here. Oh, let me introduce comments for HTML. Comments in HTML. I mean, if you want to, let me, there you go. If you want to do comments in other programming language, usually you do slash with star, and then you use a comment, and then end up with star and slash. Oops, star and slash, or you do slash slash, double slash comment, right? So for HTML, you have this instead. Then your core, then your comment here. There you go. The HTML, exclamation mark, these two double dash, command double dash, and this thing. Yep, so this is your command here. For those who not know what a comment is, so comments are basically what do you call that? Like a note, like a side note for programmers to know what the hell that thing is. So for example, this heading, right? So comment. So you put this. This is oh, this is a heading. These are headings. These are headings. These are headings. Then maybe put here as well. This is a paragraph. There you go. Okay. Save. Comments, like any other programming languages, it won't come out in the end result. You see, as I refresh it, nothing came out, nothing new came out. It didn't say, oh, this is a heading, or like, oh, this is a paragraph. Nah, it won't come out. It is just a note for the programmer to see in the codings. I can show you through inspection. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I do that. No. So how should I introduce you guys to inspection? So basically, like in this tab, you right click your mouse at the what do you call it, at the body of the tab. Right click and you'll see lots of options, and you'll notice the inspect option. So when you press inspect, I think it will come out in my stream. Does it? It is. It does. Okay. So you see these. Yep. You see these are the things that I wrote in my that one. These are the things that I wrote in the notepad, right? Yep. You can actually edit the stuff in here as well, but I'm not gonna go into that, right? So you see there are comments here. It says these are headings and this is a paragraph. Yes. So yes, these are notes for any programmer or anyone who wants to look at your program and like, oh, you explain what these are. Like the notes are usually for explanation. So it's like a TLDR, right? It's like a TLDR. So let's close this. And let's do background. Let's do background now. Yes, maybe that one. Like, okay, so these are the stuff, right? So let me just I'll keep this. I have this. I'll keep this. I will send it to I'll put it as HTML1. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. Stream HTML1. Save it. Okay. Now we start fresh. Stream HTML2. Okay, alright, there you go. Same thing, same procedure. You have your doc type, you have your document type, then you have your opening for HTML, you have your head, you have your title. So my title, I changed it to stream HTML2. Now, just now it was 1. I changed it to 2, and my name is back because our post is in GitHub later on. so you guys can use it to refer. And this is the body. Okay. How should I address this? You guys notice that the canvas is white, right? So like the background, okay. No, not the Notepad background, but the Microsoft Edge background, right? You guys notice that it's white, right? So there's no color. You can actually add background for your HTML. Okay. I will show you how to. Let me just go. Here for a while, for a moment. Yes. Okay. So what you want to do is what do you want to do? Okay, what do I want to do? Okay, come back to your file explorer. You have these. Yeah, you have your stuff. Your HTML file, and well, there's a text document there. There's an empty text document there for me to just reserve that space. All right. So I'm gonna copy paste something from someplace else and paste it here. Okay, so this is a picture, PNG file, or a JPG or a JPEG file, or whatever picture file you want, and I name it as background. So this is what you want to do. First, you move a picture, and any picture you want, and then you put it in the file, the same file as your HTML file, right? So you put it in. So I have already renamed it as background, and it's a PNG type file. Okay. Now if you come back to your notepad, I am going to copy paste this. I'm gonna copy paste this from my previous project. This one, this thing, you put it in your heading, put it in your head, right? Put it in the head. Paste. There you go. See? Okay, let me just that one. I'll explain to you what this is, right? So this is called style. This is called function style. So what it does is that you can add a background image for this, right? Using this style, right? Using this function style. So you start with style, open and close style. Then you have the body. So as you know, the body is everything in the tab. So this white canvas here, this is the body. This is the body, right? So, and then in the body, you have these things. Yeah, pretty sure you recognize this. I showed you this just now. This is what you use in the normal programming language. And then in the middle of this, we call it the content of these things, background dash image, background dash image. You guys know where this is going. So this is a property for you to put your picture file. Okay, and then this is the URL. This is the container for your picture file, right? So this is where you name or put your file. Like mine was called background, and it's a .png type file. So in this container, we call it background.png file. So let's say you use a JPEG file or a JPG file, right? And maybe the name is different. Well, maybe the name is diff.jpg. If diff, correct lah, diff. So like I said just now, you put the picture in the same folder as your HTML file, and then it will run, and then this will run. Because if you don't do that, it will not run. And I will demonstrate to you right now. Actually I should demonstrate to you right now. So example, let me just copy this for a moment. Okay. Example, I delete this, right? Okay, it's gone. Okay. For this one, I will save as. For this thing, I will save as. Right. HTML to .html. Okay, there you go. Okay, there you go. Alright. Okay, so you see this stream HTML2. Okay, I saved it already. There it is. Okay, in the notepad or in the coding, background.png property is still here. I typed it in, right? It's here. Okay, but in the file itself, in the file containing the HTML file, it does not exist. It's not there. So if you run it, if you try to run HTML2, yeah, let me just bring this thing up. Alright, so there it is, HTML2, but there is nothing here. There is no picture here because the picture is non-existent. Right? It's not in the file, it's not in the folder as they're the same as the HTML file. That's why it don't come out. Now if we come back again to the file explorer actually, and we just there you go. And we come back, now we put back the background in here. Yes, the background file. Come back to the notepad. Remember, we have to come back to the notepad and save it again, because if we don't do that, it may not recognize it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just being careful. Alright, I'm just being careful. Now come back to your browser. Still nothing in there because you have not refreshed it yet. But when you refresh it, there you go. You have your background. So this is the background for my previous project. Yes. So you get your background. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yes, I'm streaming HTML. How to do HTML? How to learn HTML. We've just finished the early parts. I should have not the one just now. I think I still have it. Yeah, I still have the previous ones. Yep. Come on. Drink. Taking drink. Alright. So this is the background for that one. Oh, I just realized the screen is not big. Screen not big. There it is. Okay, there you go. So we have our background now. So we've set our background for our HTML. Now you can write whatever you you missed a lot, I guess. Okay, it's all right. Because I will send the codes in GitHub later on. We'll still do the same thing. We will still proceed the same thing actually, right? So this is your background image. I mean, the properties for your background image is literally this, right? Next is one type a heading for that one, for this browser. So let me just put the like just now. Let me just put it like just now. Heading 1. There you go. Okay. Save it. This is like another recap. So you type the heading 1. I mean, you type page 1, which represents heading 1, and this is, you can type whatever you want here lah. You can type whatever you want here. Maybe you can put there you go. This browser, maybe. Right. Save this file. Save it, and if we come back to Microsoft Edge, or we come back to browser, refresh, you'll get Akate's browser on the side, right? But then it might look too small. I mean, it might look like you can't really see it because it's black. So what we're gonna do here is that we are going to change the color for our what do you call it, font, the font color. So we change the font color. So how do we change the font color? Let me just look for that one. Ah yes, same thing as the style, right? Same thing as the style. Okay, so come back to your heading 1 here. This is heading 1 space style equals to color. It's in what do you call that? American, English US. Color white, and you put these, right? Put these symbols, right? Okay, so this is the thing that you want to write. Style equals to color, equals to, in the container, color white. You want to change it to white. I would prefer changing it to white because it will look better. I think it will look better for this one, for this kind of background, because the background is orange, right? So save, come back to the browser and refresh it, and you'll get the heading in white. You get the heading in white. Let's say you want to type let's say you want to type a paragraph, right? Let's say you want to type a paragraph in this. This is line 1. This is the first line. The first line. Okay, there you go. This is the first line. Then we break. And then break. This is the second line. Then we break. Then this is the third line. Okay. Example like this. Let me just put that just to make it look tidy, kinda. Just gonna make it look tidy. and appealing. Okay, there it is. First paragraph, this is the first line, and then you have your page break. You have your paragraph break. This is the second line, break again. This is the third line. You break it because you don't want it to be the same as the first line. Yes. So even if you type this, okay, I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna show this again. Right. So if I don't put BR or break, right, you do it like this. You save it. Save this thing. Come back to Microsoft Edge. Alright, come back to Microsoft Edge, and like that, and refresh. It will not be positioned at the first. It will not be positioned at the second line. Instead, it will still be at the first line, and the third one will be in the second line instead. Which is why we add the break. Alright, so let's just come back. And as you may have seen just now, the color is still black default. So same thing, go to this, you go to here, this thing, the paragraph, then you type, then space, you type in style, color, white. Or maybe you don't want white, maybe you want something different, maybe you want line, maybe. Right, maybe you want line. So you put that in there, save it, then come back to your Microsoft, come back to your browser, refresh, and there you go, this browser, and your paragraph is in lime color. Yes, it's nice, it's neat, it's clean. Lime green, yes. Alright, so there you go, you got that one. Alright, we've done the background, we've changed the font colors. Now we change the font type. Right? Okay, now we try to change the font type. So let's do this one. Let's do the font type for the paragraph. Okay, I have one in mind. How do we do this thing again? Oh yeah, the same thing as style, I think. Yeah, it's the same thing as style. Let me see. Style. Right. Font family. We'll try something. We'll try the Lucida handwriting. It's a cursive. It's a cursive type of handwriting. It's a cursive type of a font. It's a cursive type font. Just put that one in there. Wait, let me put it like that. This one moves down. Okay, this one moves down. Okay. So you have to style your font, Lucida handwriting, then your style color, then this is your paragraph, right? Okay, save it, come back to browser and refresh. Okay, we spot a mistake. One, we got we got this right. We got the, what do you call that? We got the font color. We got the font type right. So this is Lucid the handwriting. Looks very cursive, but messy. For me, it's messy, yeah. But it's a cursive type of a handwriting, you know. So consider it. So we got the font type, but we didn't get the color. Okay, so let's come back. So this color is the back. What if I move the color to the front? What if I move the color to the front instead? Save it. Let me just look at it myself. No, it will revert to the original one. Let me show you. So if you move the style color line to the front, then it will remove the font type, but the color will change or remain the same, or whichever you prefer being at. So can it be combined? Can it be combined? This is a try. This is a test. This is a test. Try coba kind of stuff, yeah. This is a test. Try coba kind of stuff, yeah. Right. What do you do that? How do I do that again? Let me look for it. Okay, so do we have to span? Do we have to span? Let me check span, because there's this command I use. There's this one that I use. Yep, we have to use span. So what is span? Alright, span is something like this. You put it in your that one. You put it in this. Yep. So you get this. You get the first line. Okay. And slash span. Right. It's span is how do I describe span? Span is like you expand, or like you want to do something for one thing like this. So you type span, and then you put the style color line. Then this is your line here. This is the first line, right? So this is your text. Then you close it with slash. Then the same protocol. You put slash there. So what I've done here, if we save it, and then we return to Microsoft Edge, if I'm not mistaken, do the same thing. Did I miss something? I think I missed something there. Sometimes it's priority though. Sometimes it's priority. How about we invert it? How about style color on top? And then the font in here. Oh wait. Oh, I see. I see my problem. Whoops. Bruh. Okay, I see the problem. We didn't put style. We didn't put style. Never mind. We do it like this. Okay. So span, style, font family, listen to handwriting. This is the first line. Close span. So, as far as I know, this is the first line. This sentence here will have the color line and a font of Lucida handwriting, while the rest will be colored line. Only line, but not affected by Lucida handwriting. So we save it and we come back to Microsoft Edge or any browser you use, refresh, and yes, yep, there you go. It worked. Alright, so what I'm saying here is that if you want to have all of these to have Lucida handwriting and the color line, you have to copy and paste these and paste it here behind the break. So now supposedly, wait, hold on. Oh, I forgot to change screen. Oh, my mistake, sorry. Let me come back. Alright, so what I've done here is that I have copy paste span to both the second line and the third line. So what you want to do is copy paste it behind the break, and it should work and it should change this second line and third line font to Lucida handwriting. So we save it, and then we come back to the browser, refresh, and there we go. There we have it. This is the first line, this is the second line, and this is the third line in color line. Okay, so we're done with that. Now the final thing that I want to show is this one thing, and then we'll head to one activity, right? So let's come back to the notepad and go to the head. Now where's the head? Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Okay, so you see H1, we're using the first heading, right, with the style color white, and it's called Akate's browser. Now if we come back to Edge, you'll notice that it is by default set on the left side of the screen. Everything, the heading, the paragraph, and all that. Now you want to maybe put it in the middle, or maybe you want to put it on the right. So this thing is basically the same thing as what you do in your document, your Word document, but a HTML, but it's coding this round, right? So if we come back to Notepad, what you want to do, so I said I want to put this text, this sentence in the middle. I want to put this sentence in the middle, right? So what I'll be putting here in this container, I call container, this container is a line. A line equals center. There you go. A line equals center. So this is the alignment, center. Let me just recheck that again, but pretty sure it's right. Yep, it is correct. So align, center. So this, in theory, should put this sentence in the middle of the browser. Yes. Okay, for the paragraph, I wanna make it as well. I wanna do it as well. I wanna edit it. Let's say I wanna align it to the right. So same thing, align, and I'll put right. There you go. So in theory, if I type align right in the paragraph container, the whole thing in paragraph should be aligned to the right side of the screen. So let's save this and come back to the browser, refresh, and yep, it did. Okay, so you see that this browser is in the middle because it is told to be aligned at the center, and these are placed here on the right side. The paragraph is placed on the right side. Right, so we are done with this part. Now come back. So what we have done for this part is we have added background image. We learn how to add colors for our font, and we also learn how to add font type for the fonts. Is that right? Yeah, around that. And we've learned how to align the words which will be outputted in the browser. Okay, so let me just save this. Then we'll proceed to the third and the last one. The last one that we're gonna do today. So this is more of an activity. This is more of a activity in the stuff, right? So I'm gonna write it here. Let's do colors of the rainbow. Let's do colors of the rainbow, right? Okay. So title, I'll set it to stream HTML3. Okay. I'll save as this file to stream HTML3.html. Save. Okay. So now in the file explorer you should see stream HTML3. So that's the third one. I'll change the real key to stream HTML1 to make my findings easier later on. But for now we have these. So this is stream HTML3. So what do we want to do in here? Okay, let me drink first. Okay, so what we want to do in here is we want to add the colors of the rainbow in HTML, or you want to present the colors of the rainbow in HTML. Nothing too fancy. We'll do it the simple way. Right? So let me just go here. For a moment. Okay, so body. Alright, so for the body we'll put this. We utilize the things that we done just now. So we'll align it to the center. So we align our center. So let's put everything in caps, colors of the rainbow. Right, then close it. Close page 1. Close heading 1. There you go. So by right, this thing should be written on in the middle. This thing should be written in the middle because the rainbow. Yes. Okay. Okay, so that's the heading, and then next we do paragraph. Just now we use one paragraph, right? For this one, we use 7 paragraphs. So represent each of the colors of the rainbow with 1 paragraph. Alright, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there you go. So we have 7 paragraphs. Yes. Then we have red, orange, green, yellow, green or blue first. I think it's green. Yeah, green, blue, and we have the indigo, and then violet. Right, there you go. Okay, so we got the colors of the rainbow here, right? Okay, so if we save this and then come back to Microsoft Edge. Hold on, let me just run this one. Okay, there you go. So colors of the rainbow, there it is. Colors of the rainbow, and then we have okay, colors of the rainbow aligned in the middle, and then we have the paragraph: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet at the sides. But it's not colored yet, right? Yet. So to color it, yeah, you guys know how to color it, yeah. But I wanna write it here as well. So to color it, we do style. Wait, hold on. I want to align it to the middle as well. I want to align all of this in the middle. I don't want it to be at the right side. So I will align this in the middle. Yes. All of this align center. All of this align at the center. Okay. Okay. Then now we type in the style. Color red. Okay. There you go. Color red. Same thing as this now. We're just gonna copy paste all these things. You don't have to be shy, or you don't have to be embarrassed that we are copy pasting the things, because one, it saves your time. Really does. It really does save your time. And two, if you really don't want to copy and paste, it's alright. You can type everything again, but it takes for your own convenience. I mean, let them judge you if you copy paste stuff. Like, bruh, not like they're gonna stop you something, do they? Alright, so now we're done with the style color. So we have red for the color. We have red for red, orange for orange, yellow for yellow, green for green, blue for blue, indigo for indigo, and violet for violet. Right. So this is the style color, the thing that we used just now. Save it and return to browser. So keep in mind that we have aligned it to the center. The paragraphs are aligned to the center, and we've changed the color as well. So 3, 2, 1, boom. There you go. So you get the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So we got all these lined up. There you go. That's the simple one. I want to try something else now. I want to try something else. It may be a little bit complicated, but it's worth a shot. It is worth a shot. Right, so let me come back to this one. Let me come back to my own notes. Let me come back to my own notes and look at my own notes. Yeah, there you go. Oops, I think I pressed the wrong thing. That's the wrong one. Okay, yeah. Okay, this one is better. Okay, this one's better. Okay, there you go. Let me look at something else. For a while. This is for a while, right? Background color is the same thing as the one just now, is it? Let me recheck it again. Ah, there it is. Okay, there it is. Yep, same thing. Style. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, that took some time to look for it. Okay. Alright. So what I've searched just now, let's just go to a clean board. So what I searched on my notes is this. Let me refer. Okay, there you go. Let me refer. There you go. Background color. So you probably recognize this thing. You probably recognize this, yes? Okay, there you go. But on my notes, there's this. I forgot what this is called. Okay, never mind. Right, there's this symbol here. So this, if you recall just now, when we put our background image, it's called the background image. But now we want to put the background color, so it's called the background color. Okay. So with this in mind, I will now copy and paste background dash to here. Okay, there you go. And now it should what do you call that? Oh shucks, forgot to change. Oh, sorry. Okay, there it is. Okay. Let's come back. So it's a little bit sudden. Okay. So focus on this one. Just now it has no background dash, right? because we want the font color to be red. Now we want the background color for each of the paragraph to be their corresponding colors. So we put style equal to in the container background color and whatever color it is, and it should be working. So if we save this and come back to the browser, yep, oh, rainbow. You get the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. But then now you have another problem, and that is the color. I mean the text colors are black. You can't see it. You can't see it properly now. So let's come back to our notepad. And do span. Because we know that we cannot combine this. I mean, we cannot combine style in this. So use style color white. Oh, white. Okay, white. There you go. White. So that's span style color white. Can I not zoom this? Zoom out. Okay, there you go. Okay. This. Is it bright on screen? Yeah, it's still okay. It's still visible on screen. All right. So we add span. We add open span, close span, and in span we put style color white, like what we have learned from the previous one just now. We cannot combine style in the same container, so we have span instead. So now if we just copy and paste it here, be mindful on where you're copy and pasting your codes, because sometimes copy and paste and sometimes you get it wrong, right? So just be mindful on where you're copy and pasting stuff. So now let's just recap back and recheck that we don't copy and paste it at the wrong place. So a paragraph align center style background color red, right? We have this one here. This is the first one. Then span style equals to color white. There it is. This is the second one. We have the word red. We have the close for span, and we have the closing for paragraph. So red is good. So red is fine. And we have this as well. And we have this thing. We have this one. Paragraph align center style background color orange. Span style color white. Then the word orange. Span, close span, and close paragraph. Paragraph align center style background color yellow. First one, span style color white again with the wording yellow. Then closing span and closing paragraph, and so on and so forth. So span style color white. So it will color the the fonts white, right? Because the background color is already blue. The background color is already the corresponding colors of the rainbow. So so you want it to be visible. Like when you see just now, the font is black, so it's not really visible. So I want it to be visible, which is why I changed the color to white. Now change the color to white. So it does look like I copy paste everything in the correct manner. Yep, I copy paste everything in the correct manner. Now we come back and now we save. Then we come back to the browser. We have the lines of, well, these, and there you have it. Red, okay, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Now the yellow one. Now you can't really see the yellow one. It just doesn't want us to go, do they? Right. But at least we've done it. At least we've done it right. You know what? I don't want to leave it hanging there, so I will change the background to black. Now if we come back to the head, remember we can change the style color. Just copy paste this from that one, from the previous notepad. Oh, why is it like this again? Okay, yeah, background color. Okay, this is the one just now. We put background color black. Wait, I think it's wrong. Hold on. I feel like it's wrong. Let's try it first. Then I'm gonna change the color for this one as white. I'll change the heading color to white because the background will be black, and by default the color will be black, so we don't want it to be shadowed by, don't want the font to be shadowed by the background color. So save. Then we check again if I got it right or wrong. I got it right. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, there you go. Now we get dark mode. Yellow is still not visible. Maybe yellow is still not visible. Maybe I'll make yellow an exception. Let me put black for yellow instead. Let me change the font color for yellow as black. Right? Save it. And go back to Microsoft Edge. Browser use. And there you go. There you go. So we have the background set to black. The heading set to white. So colors the rainbow. And we have the colors of the rainbow. There you go. The red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And yellow, yellow's color is black default. Actually, in the codes, you don't actually have to write this, the span style color black for yellow, because if you return, because as you guys know, it's by default black, so even if you refresh it, it's still black. See, color yellow, the font color for yellow is the black, so it's, well, the same thing, but if you want it to look more coordinative, like what I did, we have the span style. We have the span style in there. Right, we have the span style in here called black. I can put a comment. I can add a comment in here. Style color black for yellow is optional. Okay, there you go. So enter that and enter that. Okay, there you go. To save it and to what do you call that? And to recheck again. Oops. Yep. Something's wrong. Yes. I did something wrong. Yep. Hold on. Okay. Mistake. What is it? So I've I've written the comment, this one, but I forgot to put a double dash here. This one, I forgot to put double dash here. That's why it tunnels all the yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Okay, so we just add the two double dash here. Save it again, and return to browser, and there you go. We got it back. It's not that difficult. It's sometimes it's just trial and error. Yeah, sometimes it's trial and error, and lots of referencing. Right. So with that, see you. I wanted to say you're missing the double dash. Yeah, I think I went too fast. That's why I didn't get a chance to talk about it. Okay. So we got this one. So I think that is all. And let me close the music for a while. Where's the music? Doop. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I think that is all that I have installed today, and I is learning. Okay. Alright, so that is all we have today. Next week I might either I'll do a coding stream, another HTML code stream, or I'll replace it with a chess stream where I'll be playing chess. It's something new. It's something new on the channel. It's not really something new for me, but it's something new on the channel, and I mean it'll be interesting to see how the chess stream would go along. Yeah. So thank you so much for coming to the stream. I appreciate all your attention and what do you call it, and what you have learned from the stream. Not many people does coding stream because of some things, but I appreciate y'all, and that's all, and I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye. Where's the end stream button? Oh, there it is.